Waking up your business in 2025. If you're a business owner, you're a business leader, and you want to have a different year, this might just be the video for you. We're going to talk about some stuff you can do, some legal strategies to really kick things up to the next level. This is the Shawn McBride Law Firm Show. We like to talk about the future of business and legal strategies connected there too. We give principles, educations, ideas, things that can underlie what you're going to do in the future to help you kick to the next level. So we're going to jump into some stuff you can do that are connected to the legal avenues around your business that might make for a really different 2025. So let's start with the basic premise that you need to have a legal foundation, right? And we are in a time of uncertainty. If you watch some other videos, recently we did a video talking about the enhanced litigation risk because of the economic changes and uncertainties in this time period. So I think there's a real chance we're going to see a little bit more litigation coming into play, which means it's advisable to be thinking about that, right? So we don't do specific legal advice on the channel. We can't have an attorney-client relationship over YouTube or video, but we can give you general ideas and education things you can work with your legal counsel on, tips, tricks, education. That's what we want to do. So if you're that business owner and business leader thinking about litigation and having clear contracts, having terms and provisions that really make sense, that can really help you prepare yourself and be ready for that potential. Additionally, on the ownership side, where I spend a lot of my time, it's a great idea to make sure your LLC agreements are crystal clear, to make sure your corporation documents make sense, make sure all those I's are dotted, T's are crossed. People have gotten their stock certificates. It's clear who owns what percentage. People you've promised to give ownership or equity to have been given that equity, and they have a certain percentage so that they can't come back later and say, hey, well, you told me you were going to give me equity. I thought I was getting 5%, but you're only giving me 1%, and I want 5%, right? That can end up in, really nasty litigation along with the specific terms, right? There are usually provisions you want in those corporate documents or those LLC documents to protect you to avoid problems down the road. Now's the time to go ahead and revisit that, right? So all of these things can lay that foundation to wake up your business. Now, there's been a lot of talk about the M&A market in 2025, and it's something I've been paying attention to. I just met with a great advisor who does a lot of M&A work on the deal side, right? They're a business broker, and they were saying that 2025 is looking a little bit challenging, just like 2024, because of interest rates, right? It's changing the market. But what I think is happening is a lot of business owners are tiring right now. So we've had a lot of change. We have more change coming. There's talk of tariff policy change, tax policy change. A lot of things might be coming down the line now that are going to shift the business environment. And there's some percentage of people that are just want to get out of the market. And that's going to create opportunities for buyers. So if you're looking to grow, there may be some fantastic businesses that have an owner now that maybe are searching for a buyer, and you might be able to step in, particularly in a weak M&A market. The biggest challenge is probably going to be getting to pricing, because you're going to need to price in terms of a weak market, in terms of high interest rates, a high cost of capital, to really make sure that acquisition makes sense. But getting a line of M&As in this economy when potentially things are underpriced because of interest rates, because of economic uncertainty, you could potentially jump in and get a beautiful addition to your business and allow it to grow into the future. Not to mention, if, and this is a big if, right? Of course, we don't do financial advice, investment advice, legal advice on the channel, but if, thinking forward, do your own projections. If the interest rates go down, and many people think Trump may be trying to force lower interest rates in the future. If interest rates go down and you acquire a business based on a higher interest rate, there's the possibility of either paying off that loan or refinancing that loan to take advantage of those lower interest rates and really step things up. Also, I suspect that there's going to be some business disruptions, failures. Some people are not going to be able to find that buyer, right? That's why it may be a good time to be an M&A buyer in 2025, because you can go out and look and potentially acquire businesses that other people aren't jumping into because of the high interest rates, because of the uncertainty, because of the lack of a strong market for buying, right? That may give you a chance to buy. If you don't buy, I think there's going to be businesses that want to be bought that aren't going to find a buyer. And if they don't find a buyer, they may either just wrap up, or some percentage of them may fail, right? They may just not make it as a business. So if a business doesn't make it, you have a huge customer base if you can figure out who those customers are. So some due diligence and planning around your competitors may go a long way to wake your business up in 2025, right? If you know that you have these competitors and they're serving these customers and they start to have difficulties, what a great opportunity potentially for your business to swoop in to take those customers and to grow exponentially, right? So I think that this is going to be a year of a lot of change. And most people think of change as being difficult or challenging for business, and they get scared by it or they get put off by it, right? And they, because a lot of business owners want to have that track forward, right? They want 2025 to look like 2023 and 2024. I don't think that's going to be the case. But because of that, because so much is shifting in the marketplace, you get the opportunity to jump in and potentially realign things, right? So I think for the people that keep an open mind, keep watchful, keep the dry powder, have money available, have valuable businesses that are profitable that can be used as an acquisition tool in an equity for equity situation, which just working with another lawyer on an equity for equity deal right now. If you get all those pieces in alignment there, then you potentially can look at, making some really good deals. So I think 2025 is a year of opportunity for the people who keep the right mindset, that are patient. This is going to be a year of patience. You're going to be watching and reacting to some extent, right? You can lay out a plan, you can position yourself, but to some extent, you're going to have to watch how this market shifts and evolves. And I think there's going to be a lot of shifting and evolving. But that shifting and evolving may give you the chance to jump on a great acquisition opportunity. If you have non-confidential things that you want to talk about, you can drop them in the comments. If you have suggestions for videos, I'd love to see them. We'd love to hear what you think 2025 is going to look like. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Why do you think so? Let me know in those comments. Hope you join me for future videos. Consider subscribing if you're getting value for this, and I'll see you in the near future.